So ESPN had a interesting conversation recently about the Los Angeles Lakers and if they actually improved for this season and what could they achieve potentially. Now, we know that there are certain things that the Lakers didn't change. So LeBron James is still there. Luka Doncic is still there. He didn't play all of last season, but we know that he improved a lot. Conditioning wise, his shape is better. He lost some weight. He's taking care of himself, and he potentially has an opportunity to have the best season of his still young NBA career. Now, let me let you listen to some comments made on ESPN about the Lakers and what changes they made and what the outlook for them is. And then I'll come back and kind of break it down my own way. And we can see what the actual performance of this team should and potentially will be for this season. So take a listen.
Let's start with where everybody at ESPN starts when it comes to Pacific Division. The Sacramento Kings. Just kidding. Just kidding. The LA Lakers, who last season finished the year at 50 wins and 32 losses. You may remember they won some tiebreakers and ended up with the number 3 seed. And in the what was their record? We're projecting them to be 50 and 32.
I believe that was also their record last year.
Anyway, we also are projecting them. Our ESPN projection model has them at 50 and 32, but not in third. It has them in 6th. So in the off season, they had 50 and 32. You were right, Bontemps. In the off season, you will remember they made some significant moves. Number one, they signed Luka to a 3-year contract extension. Luka Doncic, it was they're undoubtedly their number one priority in the offseason. They were able to get that done. Did it happen on the first day that he could sign?
It did. Yep. He just paused that had the Jordan tour in right there in LA and was there on August 2nd, signed that bad boy, no questions, boom, off they went.
So that was a big thing for them. They also signed 2 guys who got bought out of their contracts. Marcus Smart, who got bought out by the Wizards, and the more surprising one, DeAndre Ayton, got bought out by the Portland Trail Blazers. We didn't necessarily see that coming, at least not when it happened, and he signed a 2-year deal with the Lakers to be their starting center. And then they signed Jake LaRavia. They did that on June 30th. That was actually their first move, was signing Jake LaRavia, who's it's an interesting case study. We can get to him in a second. So the other thing, of course, is LeBron. LeBron had this situation where he picked up his player option, and his agent, Rich Paul, gave comments to Shams Charania that indicated LeBron was not really sure what his future was going to be. And then silence. There has been no further on-the-record discussion from Rich Paul, no on-the-record comments from LeBron James, even though he was just in China. He didn't have any quotes while he was there that really addressed it. And so he, for the first time in his career, is heading into a season where he does not have a player option or a contract for the next year. He has never been in a position like this. He is not eligible to extend his contract, and he has a no-trade clause. So very likely will be headed towards unrestricted free agency. Now, he has certainly been an unrestricted free agent a whole number of times in his career, but has never been in a situation where his team is not invested in him and has chosen not to invest in him past this year. Rich Paul, I think I should just say he told me that they didn't have material conversations with the Lakers about a new contract. That can be a statement that can be taken a bunch of different ways. Maybe they knew what they were going to get. Maybe they expected the Lakers to offer, but it wasn't like LeBron asked for a new deal and the Lakers said no. And the Lakers, according to Rich, didn't come to them and say, here's a new 2-year, 3-year contract. So that's sort of the backstory of their offseason.
What is your answer to the question? Did the Lakers actually improve? did they make enough change in their roster and the overall approach to the season that they could actually go possibly for a title? From what ESPN is telling us is that they don't see them really as a title contender. Last season, they finished with a 50-32 record, which was third in the East. And this season, they're projecting them to finish with a exactly same record or close to it, but be sixth in the West. So a lot of different teams actually improved much more than the Los Angeles Lakers did. I mean, take a look at Houston Rockets, just one example, getting KD. They were a pretty formidable team already, and they just gotten Kevin Durant. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see how that whole dynamic in the West is going to work out. Now, if the Lakers finish sixth, they're already not going to have the first round home court advantage. Depending on who they play, it's a potential third in a row first round exit for LeBron James. That's a very high potential there. Now, the Lakers did sign two players that were bought out, which was Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton. Both pretty young guys still, Ayton especially at 26 years old. Marcus Smart you got at 30. But with Marcus Smart, like he's saying, you don't know, might get a guy that is 100% committed on top of his game, like it was in 2022, I believe, when he was a defensive player of the year. And or you could get a Marcus Smart that you had last season, playing 18 minutes a game for the Washington Wizards, not really making a difference for the overall team, result. Now, the other guy is DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, the Lakers were missing. That was a huge miss for them from last season. They were missing a center. Now they got a center with DeAndre Ayton as a real 7-footer, 26 years old, pretty young player. Had a lot of comments and reports coming out from Portland, from Phoenix, because Portland bought him out, that he has commitment issues. He's not always committed. He's very volatile emotionally. Stories of throwing chairs and not being happy with his role and all that other stuff on both teams. Now, he is on a team with, when he had that season with Chris Paul on Phoenix, he had a good season. Chris Paul kind of kept him in check. Now he has two superstars on the roster with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Potentially, if they're really the great leaders that they supposedly are, maybe they will have a great impact on DeAndre Ayton, and he will get his shit together and actually play and have a great season supporting that team and improving their chances of being better. Now, the big question mark, as Woj mentioned, was LeBron James' expiring contract. He's never been on an expiring contract like this in his career, and this is the first time. And Rich Paul comments to Woj, as he said, were that the Lakers didn't really have any substantial negotiations or talks, that they really wanted to possibly give him an extension or get a new contract set up for him. Or to me, it just looks like they don't want to extend LeBron James. They're kind of trying to use this season as a play out season for LeBron James, and I think get rid of him. I think the Lakers want to get rid of LeBron James. And if they want to get rid of LeBron James, the only reason that I might see that that's going to happen, that is happening, is they don't want his chaos, circus with his son and all that crap. his other son is going to be coming up for draft. Do you think the Lakers want to be involved in that? I don't think so. And there's going to be a lot of pressure if he's still going to be on the Lakers for them to actually draft him. So I think the Lakers want to use this season as a play-out season. You have 6 to 7 players on the Lakers that have expiring contract or close to, maybe, you know, some options available or whatever. But it looks like half the roster of the Lakers is not a guarantee for next season. So I think that's why the Lakers didn't make a lot of long-term commitments, because they know that James is going to be coming off their books and they want to have as many options to get another younger superstar for the Lakers as they possibly can. At the moment, I don't know who's coming up for free agency or anything like that, so I'm not going to get into that conversation. But I think that they just want to get rid of the... Some might not like it, some might be okay with it. I think they just want to get rid of the stigma of LeBron James and the Lakers. They want him out. They want the Lakers to be free of him. And they want the Lakers to move on in a direction with Luka being the 100% clear leader and provide him the best supporting cast that they possibly can for him to potentially be able to win a championship with the Lakers, or multiple championships. So for this season, I personally also don't see the Lakers that they improved, because there's so many question marks on how players will approach this season. Some players might play more for themselves than for the team because they're playing for contracts and for free agency options or for extensions or whatever it might be. I don't know. It's just a lot of question marks. And the thing is, LeBron James is what, 42, 41? He is pacing himself on many plays these days. He's still going to get his numbers, maybe a little bit lower than he had last season, but he's still going to get his numbers. We know LeBron James. LeBron James is all for numbers. But playoffs come, and if you're playing a lot of minutes, LeBron James is not going to give you that 100% all-out playoff LeBron. He's just not capable of doing that anymore. We saw that last season with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He played some possessions which were, you know, he gave a lot of effort, but some possessions he was just taking off. And you could see that, and the team suffered for it. So I don't think they improved much. I think they're going to finish with about the same record. Of course, if everybody stays healthy. Luka has the potential of lifting that record a little bit because he's coming up on potentially his best season in a career. That's my thoughts, and I'm wondering what you guys are thinking. I guess we'll see in the comments. So the comment section's open. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you. Peace.